or shall we continue? Okay. So, translation by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O Arjuna, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I know everything that has happened in the past, all that is happening in the present, and all things that are yet to come. I also know all living entities, but me no one knows. Purport. Here the question of personality and impersonality is clearly stated. If Krishna, the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, were Maya, material as the impersonalists consider him to be, then like the living entity, he would change his body and forget everything about his past life. Anyone with the material body cannot remember his past life, nor can he foretell his future life, nor can he predict the outcome of his present life. Therefore, he cannot know what is happening in past, present, and future. Unless one is liberated from material contamination, he cannot know past, present, and future. Unlike the ordinary human being, Lord Krishna clearly says that he completely knows. Hare Krishna, please. आप शांति से बैठिए. Unlike the ordinary human being, the Lord Krishna is clearly says that he completely knows what happened in the past, what is happening in the present, and what will happen in the future. In the 4th chapter, we have seen that Lord Krishna remembers instructing Vivaswan, the sun god, millions of years ago. Krishna knows every living entity because he is situated in every living being's heart as a super soul. But despite his presence in every living entity as super soul and his presence as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the less intelligent, even if able to realize the impersonal Brahman, cannot realize Sri Krishna as the Supreme Person. Certainly the transcendental body of Sri Krishna is not perishable. He is just like the sun, and Maya is like a cloud. In the material world, we can see that there is the sun and that there are clouds and different stars and planets. The clouds may cover all these in the sky temporarily, but this covering is only apparent to our limited vision. The sun, moon, and the stars are not actually covered. Similarly, Maya cannot cover the Supreme Lord by his internal potency. He is not manifested to the less intelligent class of men. As it is stated in the 3rd verse of this chapter, out of millions and millions of men, some try to become perfect in this human form of life, and out of thousands and thousands of such perfected men, hardly one can understand what Lord Krishna is. Even if one is perfected by realization of impersonal Brahman or localized Paramatma, he cannot possibly understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, without being in Krishna consciousness. Okay, we'll chant pranama mantras first, and then we'll continue our discussion. You can chant along with me. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. One more time loudly. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukham karoti Okay, so in the 7th chapter, 26th shloka, what Krishna is telling, I know everything what is happened in the past, all that is happening in present, and all things that are yet to come. Any one of you know what is happened in the past, everything, and what is going to happen in the future? No, right? Anyone who is, great intelligent, they can remember everything. If we ask anyone what has happened yesterday, explain everything from morning till night in the evening, is it possible for us to explain everything, every moment of our life? We will remember the things which gives us a lot of happiness, or we will remember which gives us a lot of distress. We can remember these two things very well, right? Do you agree with me? And anyone knows what is going to happen in the future after leaving this temple hall? Or within an half an hour, what is going to happen? Everyone gets prasadam. That everyone knows, right? Yes, in some time Krishna will give coupon to everyone who is sitting in the class, and everyone gets the prasadam. Until that moment we can know, right? Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki jai, Gaur Nitai ki jai, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki. So, some extent we try to, understand or try to imagine what is going to happen next. But most of the times we fail to predict what is going to happen. That is our situation as a conditioned souls. But here what Krishna is telling, Arjuna, I know what happened in the past, what is going to happen in the future, and what is happening present. Bhuta, Bhavishyat, Vartamana. That is a Sanskrit word we use. Bhuta Kala, Vartamana Kala, Bhavishya Kala. He knows everything. But why Krishna only knows about it? Why we are not able to understand? Anyone tell something? Like any answer? Why we are not able to understand what is happening with us? But why only Krishna is able to understand it? Yeah. Our intelligence is limited. Yeah, Krishna's intelligence is actually the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that is the reason he knows everything, but we don't know. And, yeah, please. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna. We have, our mind is very, limited capacity to focus on one thing. Very chanchal. It goes around this universe or even beyond this universe. We are all sitting in this classroom, but we don't know what is happening with our mind. It thinks about the friends, it thinks about the movies, At the same time, it thinks about the, bad things, good things, everything. It brings many things into our, Generally, people, changes the TV channel, right? Tick, tick, tick. How fast we can change, There will be a big fight to change the channels. Similarly, our mind is very fast, even faster than the remote control. It keeps on changing the pictures. So, we are not that much intelligence, and we have chanchal manas. Anything else? So actually, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is Satchitananda Vigraha. He is eternal, he is blissful, he will be there forever. He was there in the past, he is now, and he is in the future also. He exists. And coming to our part, we are souls. Right? We are all souls. Everyone understand what is soul? Anyone don't understand what is soul? Just to give you quick information, if one person sleeps at the night, and if in the morning his weight is 60-70 kgs, in the morning if someone is waking him up, but he is not waking up, few times we try to call him loudly, and then what we'll do, we'll call doctor, and doctor comes and he checks the pulse. He closes his eyes, right? In the olden days, it used to be doctors always closes the eyes and try to understand what is the pulse is saying. So there is no tick tick in the pulse. That means he says that he's gone. This case is gone. We say he dead. What was there until that moment, and what is left that body? The consciousness, 70 kgs of that person weight is still there. He is having hands, legs and everything, but he is not breathing, he is not doing anything, he is inactive, he is not able to walk, he is not able to talk, he is not able to do anything. That means there is something is missing in his body. That is the reason he is not able to walk, talk and anything. So that means the consciousness, the soul, which used to be there last night, which left this body. Okay, that is the soul which we have in our heart. That is also having a size which is clearly explained in the second chapter in the Sankhya Yoga. So we are souls, and Krishna is super soul and Supreme Personality of Godhead. We are also actually Satchita Ananda. Eternal actually. Souls also eternal. Because we came from Krishna. We are all came from Krishna. We means, I means, it's not meant for this physical body. I means, it is referring to the soul. All the souls came from Krishna. Then we should remember. Why we are not able to remember? Why only Krishna is able to remember? That's the biggest question, right? So what happened? Once we get into this material world, I'm not sure if you are able to see my screen. Yes, right. So when we came to this material world, we are, conditioned with something, with the material energy actually. Krishna is having, Krishna given, Krishna, from Krishna there are three energies came into the form. That is superior energy, inferior and marginal. Superior, inferior and marginal. So we all are from superior energy. We are all souls. But when we come in contact with material energy, this is the nature, Prakriti. This physical body is made up of 5 elements, right? Earth, ether, fire, water. Water is there in your body? Yes? You have water in your body? Just I drink some water, right? So our physical body is made up of 70-80% of the water. So all 5 elements are there in this physical body. As you see in the picture, this physical body is composition of 5 elements. Okay? So when the soul get into this physical body, and if that baby comes out of the mother's womb, and if the soul exists, we say that is a living entity, right? Living body, baby born. If baby born, it's a kind of, if it is dead, what we say? It is dead body, right? That means the soul enters into the physical body and it entangled with the material energy. So it entangled with the material energy. If you see here, both the material and spiritual natures being emanations from the Supreme Personality of Godhead are eternal. The living entities belong to the eternal superior nature of the Lord. But due to contamination by the inferior nature, matter, their illusion is also eternal. The conditioned soul is therefore called Nitya Baddha. So if you get men or boy physical body, that means you will be conditioned with the boy features, right? And if you are woman, a girl, and you are conditioned with the girl features. Or if the soul enters into a dog, it can only bark. It cannot act like a cat, right? What the dog does? It quacks. But the cat will behave like different and the dog will behave it differently. So that means we are conditioned with the soul is conditioned with the material nature. Hope you are getting my point, what I am saying, right? What happened? The soul entered into this physical body. This physical body is made up of 5 elements, and due to that it is conditioned. We are all conditioned souls. So that is the reason we are not able to remember, or we are not able to understand what is happening with us. So is there any possibility that I can know my future? Is there any possibility that I can know my past? Is there any possibility I can understand what is happening with me currently? Yes, it is possible only when you read this Bhagavad Gita. How we can understand what is happened in the past? We born into and we came across 84 lakh species. You know, the soul entered into different species, wombs, and take birth, and again death, birth, death, like this. In the evolution form, we came into the very precious human form of life. Very precious. If you see, the human form of life is very precious. You can understand. Does the dog can take the name of the Lord? No, right? Does the cat can take the name of the Lord? No. Pig? No. Any animal, any bird, there is no possibility. And just to give you, ahara nidra bhayamaidhunancha samanyametat pashubirnaranam dharmohitesho madhiko visheshaha dharmena hina pashubhis samana. And Upanishad, it's mentioned in the Upanishads actually. So, ahara, taking the food. We also take the food, and the outside animals also takes the food. Nidra, we sleep, and the animals, birds, whatever you see, they also sleep. Bhaya, protection. We try to protect ourselves, our children, and the animals and birds and dogs, everything they try to protect themselves. And Maidhuna is producing the new children. Dog at a time it produces 6 or even more babies sometimes. Do you see any difference between the human form of life and the animals? If with these 4, considering these 4, we are all doing the same? The animals, birds, dogs, cats, dogs and hogs. Srila Prabhupada, most of the times he mentions about this, dogs and hogs. Pigs, dogs, everything is doing the same. We are also doing the same. What is the difference between these two? Human form of life and animal kingdom. Dharme hitesho madhiko visheshaha. Dharma, following the dharma is very special in the human form of life. Very, very special. Do you see any dog following the signals on the roads? Anyone saw? I saw in YouTube videos, somewhere I see, special dogs. They trained in their human form of life and they came into the dog and they are trying to follow. So, following the signals or, making a line while going to the prasadam. Does the dog can come in and stand in the line? The animals come and stand in the line? No, they don't know. So basically what we think that standing in the line and following the signals, not harming to the people, being a human being, I mean, like you should not give any trouble to the other fellow people, fellow colleagues or whoever with you. We think this is the dharma. But actually, Veda says, dharma is not this. In one of the lecture, Srila Prabhupada was mentioning, if you are thinking that following the signals is a dharma, or for example, in India, we drive in the left-hand side, right? The cars and the vehicles will move on the left-hand side. That is the rule here. But do you think the same rule applies in the US or in other country? No, they drive on the right. How do you say that driving in the left is dharma in our, dharma is, following this rule. Rules always keeps on changing according to the time, situation and place, circumstances. Right? You are following? So, the dharma is to serve Supreme Personality of Godhead. In family, for example, we have 4 members in our family. There is a father and mother and there are 2 children. We expect that the children needs to serve their parents at least at the end of their life. Right? That is, at least in India we try to follow that. We have to take care of our parents. Right? So, serving the father, mother. Similar way, this is on the material plane. On the spiritual plane, we all came from Krishna as souls. So, what we have to do? We have to serve Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. If we are not serving Krishna and if you are following all the other religious activities, then there is no point. As I said, driving in the left or driving on the right. What is the difference? You are trying to follow some rules and regulations, that's well and good. But you are not following the Vedas principle which says that you serve Krishna. Okay, then why do I need to serve Krishna? Because he is our spiritual father, is one thing, and we came to this material world to get the happiness. But how many of us really happy with the life whatever we are living in this material world? How many of you 100% happy? 100% happy. Anyone is happy? 100%? Very nice. Okay, we'll come to you and we'll try to listen the secret of that. 100% happy comes only when you serve Krishna. Okay? Because what is your goal? What are you trying to do? Sorry? Okay. Serve your parents? Okay. So, serving the parents gives happiness for sure. and at the same time, and some certain point of time it gives us some distress when our parents leave their physical body, for example. And I'm not taking, don't consider me as your personal, it's a kind of the regular activity we see. That means whatever we try to get the happiness in this material world, which gives distress at the same time. Happiness and distress always side by side. It's very difficult to get the happiness all the time. And most of the time, and most of us suffering, even after COVID situation, we know everyone physical body is giving lot of troubles. Earlier, if we get cold and cough, it used to go within 1 week or 3 days, 4 days. Now, even it is not going after 1 month also. We are suffering a lot. So, this suffering is there with this material world. So, then what should I do? Where is that loka where I won't get any suffering? Is there any loka like that? Yes, it is mentioned very clearly in the scriptures, in the Vedas, in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says that once you come back to my abode, there is no need to go back to this material world again. So how to reach that loka, Vaikuntha loka? That is only possible by taking the names of Krishna, like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's very simple for us because we are in fast life, in Kali Yuga actually. Otherwise it's very difficult to reach God. You have to do lot of yajnas or tapasyas in the Satya Yuga. In the previous yugas you used to do lot of vigraha radhana and try to meditate on Krishna and reach to Krishna loka or Vaikuntha loka. Then why do I need to take the name of the Lord? Why do we need to do the japa? You see, there is one bead bag and I'm carrying, and there are a lot of devotees, other devotees are also carrying the beads and bead bags. Why they are doing the japa? The reason is, we are in birth and death life cycle. Okay? Janma mrityu, jara vyadhi. No one can escape from this. That's for sure. If you build, 100-floor nice hospital with, sophisticated technology-based instruments, but no one can help you to get out of your death. Because when you are entering into the ICU, they ask you to sign. We are not responsible for this. What is going to happen after entering into the ICU or operation theater? We are not responsible. Who is responsible? God is responsible. So, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi is very common. So, at the time of leaving this physical body, what we have to do? We have to remember Krishna. If we remember something on the material plane, we will be in this material world only. That means again that soul enters into the another physical body. It's very simple and straightforward. There is no hidden things. Where to go ahead is in our hands. We can put our Google Maps and navigate to the destination. Whether you want to go to the dog's physical body or do you want to go into the lion, tiger body, if you are interested in to take a lot of meat. Nowadays, just I am observing, in the society or in my community, there are many dogs. I think everyone see that, right? And around Hyderabad, wherever you go, there are a lot of dogs appear. Minimum 10 dogs. I feel, when there is a lot of attachment to a particular place, or there is a lot of attachment to a house, and that person leaves his physical body, I feel there may be a possibility that he comes back with a dog's body and he tries to protect that area. Even sometimes I hear, I experienced also, if you take small dogs and keep them far away from your house, and they will try to come back, navigate to your house for sure. You keep them very far and you put them somewhere, but they try to navigate to your house. Because the attachment is there, and that is it is coming back. So all this is because of Antyakale chamameva smaran muktva kalevaram. At the time of death, what you think, according to that, you will get a physical body. So, how many of you want human form of life next life? Human form of life. Again want to born in human form of life. No one wants a human form of life. How many of you want gods, demigods form of life, going to the Brahma Loka? No one wants. That's very good, you are already elevated. Madam wants the God's physical body, so that she can try to understand what is happening with these human beings, what is happening in the ISKCON Attapur temple, why these people are explaining all this. So actually, until Brahmaloka, Abrahma Bhuvanal Loka, what Veda says, you will have this birth and death life cycle, and you will be having this suffering forever. So that is the reason we try to go to Goloka Vrindavan by chanting Bhagavan name, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And so that we try to remember Krishna at the time of death. Okay? So, did I finish the Ahara Nidra Bhaya Maidunancha? So, there is no difference between the animals and the human form of life. Only human form of life is meant for serving Lord. If you are not doing that, and if you are doing all other things, there is no point. If you earn 100,000 crores which are there in your bank account, but you will be leaving this physical body for sure. What will happen with that 100,000 crores after your physical body leaves this, after your soul leaves that physical body, and then the physical body goes into the nature and someone take over the property. Now we are in Kali Yuga, we can understand that the situation is very worst. The person dies immediately, they try to take out all the gold and everything, they start fighting. This is for me and this is for you. Why you are saying you are getting 10 grams extra? That is what the situation now. So I will go back to the point. The reason why we are suffering is we are conditioned. Okay? And how we are not able to see the God? Why we are not able to see the God? We guard an eyes, and sometimes if we are not able to see, we get spectacles also. Why still I am not able to see the God? The reason is God comes into this material world. For example, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. He himself came into this material world in the Dwapara Yuga, right? So when he came, do you think that everyone understood Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead? No, most of the people, they don't understand that he is supreme. He was there in front of everyone, but they don't understand he is God. They think that he is normal person. He is very, he looks like, I have 2 legs, he have 2 legs, the people who are comparing that, okay, he is normal person. But there are many people understand that he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Like Pandava family knows that he is supreme. Right? So, what is happening? Why we are not able to understand that he is Krishna? Because we are covered with Maya. How Maya is covering? Where is Krishna? I am not able to see. Where is he? How we are covered? You can see this, You're able to see the small clip? Is the sun is there? Right? But do you see the sun? No, right? The clouds are covering sun. Right? Clouds are covering sun. Do you think or anyone says that sun is not there? Sun is not there? He is there, but it is covered with the clouds. The similar way, Krishna exists all the time, but we are not able to understand because of Maya. We are in Maya. Modes of material nature, mode of passion, mode of ignorance, mode of goodness. We are binded by this and we are not able to understand Krishna at all. And what we are trying to do, we are trying to give the pleasure to our senses actually. That is the biggest reason why we are not able to see Krishna. Once you stop giving the pleasure to your senses and start using that senses to serve Krishna, Savai manah Krishna padara vindayor, vachamsi vaikuntha gunanu varnane. What it says? Savai manah Krishna padara vindayor. You put your mind into Krishna, use your eyes to see beautiful form of Radha Madhav, and try to use your tongue to taste the prasadam which is offered to Krishna, or tulasi which is offered to Krishna, and smell the flowers which are offered to Lord Krishna, and hear Harikatha all the time, not intermittently, or sometimes I hear Harikatha and after that I go to movie and I enjoy. No. You hear Harikatha all the time, and then your senses will get very, very, blissful experience. Now everyone is listening to Krishna Katha. Is that I am seriously telling, very nicely, and that is the reason you are listening? No, it's not the truth. It's about the God. If you come and sit and talks about Krishna, everyone listens carefully. The reason is it's about Krishna. So that is the way we are covered with Maya, and that is the reason we are not able to understand. And there is one more example also we can understand, that is earth is rotating, right? And now we are at 12:29, 12:30, and in the evening after 7, do we see sun? Darkness comes into the picture. So, do you say that sun is not there, sun is gone, sun is gone? No, right? Earlier it used to be, might be if they don't understand. Now, everyone says science is there and earth is rotating, sun is, in one place and earth is rotating around that. Some part of the earth is getting the sunlight and some part of the earth is in the darkness. Similarly, the reason behind this darkness and daylight is not because of Krishna not exist, or not because of sun not exist. He is already there, but we are not getting the knowledge, the rays of knowledge which is given by many prominent acharyas. We are not trying to understand that. That is the reason we are in Maya, illusion, that what we are thinking with this material eyes, whatever I see, I believe. Whatever I don't see, I don't believe. No, to see the God, the eyes are not at all used, or not at all recommended. To see the God, what we have to do, we have to use our ears. Anyone can understand? By ears also we can see the God? It's very difficult, right? When you start, hearing about Krishna all the time, and automatically Krishna reciprocates with you in your heart as a Paramatma, and he try to appear. He always ready to appear for you in case if you are surrender to him. Otherwise, you cannot see the God. As in the picture, Krishna, sun is exist. Jai Jai Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki, Gaur Nitai ki, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai ki. Please stay for, keep focused for 5 minutes, and then I conclude. Then you can take nice darshan and participate in the kirtan. I try to conclude it. So, as we are all in Maya, we are not able to see God. As we are in darkness, we are not able to see the sun. That is similar. So what we have to do, we have to continuously understand, listen, take the association of the devotees, keep on coming to the temples and, read Bhagavad Gita book at home. Don't watch the, YouTube with different videos. Watch the videos of Krishna and Krishna Katha of prominent acharyas which is explained. Someone posted me something from the cloud. You can understand the cloud. He posted me and he asking, where is this sloka? That is no number. He copied it from the YouTube video. He posted me, where is this? Without proper information, what he is trying to say. What is the sloka number? He is not even given the sloka number, but what he is trying to say. So the content which we wanted to choose, please try to choose the right content, and so that you will get the right information. There should be proper Guru Parampara should be there, whatever the content we are seeing. So it's very difficult to overcome this Maya, because Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mamevaye Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarantite. This divine energy of mind consisting of the three modes of material nature is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. If we surrender to Krishna, and then only you can understand. Unless it's very difficult to understand. That is clearly mentioned by Krishna he himself. This Maya is not someone else's energy. We should not think, okay, Maya is covered, that means, क्या बोलते हैं, शैतान, ऐसा कोई आके माया को बीच में रखा. नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. That Maya is also coming from Krishna. No one is hiding. Who is hiding? Krishna he himself hiding with the Maya. We are covered with Maya. And it's very, very difficult to overcome that Maya, for sure. For example, there are lot of rains came. The road is flooding with a lot of water. Might be you have seen this in the news channels. What the people try to cross that road to reach their village, they hold the hands, right? One after the other, and try to move slowly. And so that the flood which is coming, that should not affect them and they can cross the river. You have seen that kind of videos? Might be in the news channels. They are getting very difficult due to heavy rains. They are not able to cross the river, but they are trying to do this way, that way. Or sometimes there is a rope. Everyone is holding the rope and moving. That means they are taking the shelter. They are trying to be in the association of the other people. They are trying to, united with the other people. Similarly, if we wanted to advance in Krishna consciousness, it's very, very important to overcome the Maya of Krishna. We have to be in the association of devotees. Hope you understand. Everyone needs to be in the association of good devotees, and then we can overcome the Maya. So, the conclusion of this today's discussion is, savai pumsam parodharmo yato bhakti radokshaje ahaituki apratiyata yayatma suprasidati. The supreme occupation, dharma for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendental Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated, uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self. Very, very important point which we have to understand and keep it in our mind is that most of the times we go to temples, the reason is we have lot of desires in our mind. We ask, I need this, I need car, I need bike, I need nice wife, I need nice building. We will have all these desires, but these all desires are having a end point. When you leave this physical body, all are gone. What we have to do? Ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasidata. How to surrender to Krishna? You should not have anything in your mind that I need this. That way we have to surrender. It's very difficult, right? Anyone thinks that it is very easy? So that we can come and understand how it is easy. It's very difficult, but at the same time it's very easy only with the association of the devotees and with the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Bit loudly, I am not able to hear you all. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrind ki. Thank you very much for your patience. Hare Krishna. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भगवत गीता की जय।